Thank you, Shruti. Over to you.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen and hear me?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So students, we have this presentation technique or a storytelling technique which is called as Pachakcha. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it or not. I'll just run you through how it is done, what is it exactly, and a few tips as to how you can make a successful and a very interactive Pachakcha. So it is a term, it's a Japanese term, which is a translation of chit chat or blah blah, which is talking. Okay. And it's a storytelling format which was invented by two Japanese architects. So the whole intent is that you show something and you narrate on the basis of what is shown in the screen. So this presentation is made in a form of 20 slides. Okay, so you have 20 slides, and all those 20 slides in the PPT, they auto move after 20 seconds. So you set a timer on your uh, an automatic moving slide on your PPT. So it is 20 slides, 20 seconds of commentary for each slide. Okay, so the total presentation length would be 6 minutes 40 seconds. So as you know that we have so this is like a restrictive time and slide number presentation. So it has to be simple, it has to be engaging, and it has to be appropriate. So all your research that you will do on the topics that we'll be giving to you, you'll have to filter down all the information, understand yourself that what is to be put, which is appropriately explained in those 20 slides. So yes, auto advancing of slides after 20 seconds. It has to be fun, unique, and efficient. The intent is to draw your audience. So yes, if you have long lectures or you have long presentations, audience tends to lose their concentration. Or if you speak too much on each slide, then the same thing happens. So this Pachakcha format was invented so that you draw your audience, and whatever you deliver in those 6 minutes, it is it is actually like delivered right there. Okay, so you have more images on the slides and very little or no text. Okay, and the content has to be focused. Also, the images that you put should be very very appropriate, up to the point, and conveying what you intend to. So I'm sure you would have understood by now that what is it exactly. It's a very simple thing. How to make a pecha I've written down a few tips. The first thing is, you do not start making slides at the first go. Okay, so you have a topic, you prepare a methodology for that first, so that your story, you narrate it like a story. Your story has a beginning, a body, and an end. Okay, so you decide that you have content for all these three aspects, and then you divide those things into 20 parts. Okay, then you choose photographs that conveys your story. Because it's less time, you do not cramp up too much information. You only put information that is relevant. Okay, and then yes, you make sure that your content is working before you start making the slides by narrating it to your parents or to your friends. Then you use a space on the slide very very effectively. Okay, do if yes, we have told you not to put too much text, then you do not even put too many images as well. Appropriate images. So yes, this is like boxing your thoughts into the number of slides and the time you can speak. Yes, so this is important, so that when you box your thoughts, you tend to be more creative, you tend to be more appropriate. Okay, so we have chosen this format for your presentation for the next few classes. Now when you're presenting, so this the other tips were when you were making your slides. Now when you're presenting, so you guys will be working in groups of four. Each group will have four members, so you will have to divide your slides accordingly into four people. So make sure that you leave breathing room for every person. um, you create that varying tone in your sentences so that when it is conveyed, it is your gestures are not seen, but that variation in tone conveys your point well. Speak slowly before presenting. Record and listen to yourself. That is very, very important, because it's a time restrictive presentation. You have to practice, and in this case you have to practice with all your team members together. When you're passing on to your group member, make sure you take a moment, you give that other person also a moment, so that the line of thought is continued. Organize which slide are to be, of course, which slide are to be presented by which team. And you please practice. Also, just to tell you, we have done this same pachakucha exercise with a batch before you. Lot of people had done lot of good presentations, but they were not time restrictive, and there was too much information on the slides, which made them exceed the time and lose on their crits or marks. Okay, so stressing on this: filter your content, put what is relevant, and speak what is relevant. Convey your story well. All the best. Thank you. Any questions?
Thanks, Shruti.
Groups of
Thank you.
4, right?
Yes.
So what you just witnessed was a Pechakucha. That was 6 minutes, 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the students are clear, then maybe we can move on to our mentor-mentee channels and then start with our discussion, because this particular project that we are embroiled in today, will have a final submission in the next class. But that's as per our submission schedule, which we had all made with your year masters and year coordinators and the other subject faculty. It's good to kind of stick to the same timeline, which is why, it's essential to attend classes, discuss with your faculty members. We've recently started seeing a trend wherein in the general channel, when we keep the attendance, we usually have a lot of students who log in. They all get attendance. But when it comes to the mentor-mentee channels, sometimes we have like 6 students wanting to discuss and the others not even being there. So just to kind of plug that kind of a behavior which is kind of unacceptable, what we are doing is we have a double attendance system from now on, not just for landscape, for AD, for all the subjects. We are kind of downloading the attendance right now, but we do have a separate attendance list wherein all of us are personally marking who's discussed with us, who's not even there, or who has been there but then like logged in for 2 seconds and then went away. So that's very, very important, because at the end of the semester, if you are unable to finish your assignments, if you find yourself in a lot of pressure, we'll not be in a position to help you. But this is the start of the semester. I mean, like, we are now full throttle into the mid of the semester. But still, if there are any issues, if you have medical conditions, if you have other problems, or if you are anything, we are there to help you out. But unless you open up and tell us and the year coordinators with whatever the college demands, we'll not be in a position to help you at the end of the semester. So do not miss classes, do not miss discussions. We are all extremely cool people. You can always approach us, you can always tell us the problems, even if it's half-baked work, we are not going to shout at you. Okay, but try and finish work, try and come to class, try and have a conversation. Don't lurk in the shadows and at the end just get away, because then you're not learning anything out of it. That's actually a royal waste of our time as well as your time in life. So that's something we wanted to kind of tell you about. Jude and the other faculty members, do you want to add something?
No, I think that's
So
it. Yeah.
I have
Sorry.
observed certain students, come. It's okay, Jude. Certain students come up and tell us once we've spotted that they are not responding in class, they tell us that our internet is weak or something. So is there a procedure that they should follow and which you must, tell them about? In case their internet is weak, I believe they should inform us earlier before we catch that they are not in
Yeah,
class or attentive.
ideally, yes, or inform through their friends to put a message, because many students do that, like usually the ones who are regular, But when they're not in class, we definitely get a message in the chat saying that, so and so will not be able to attend today because of a weak internet. However, she will be logging in as soon as is possible. And it's true to the statement. Within 10 minutes, we'll have a pop-up and say, oh, hi, sorry, my internet was bad, but I'm ready with my work. I've shared it with my friend. She'll be projecting it. And while she takes you through the slides, I'll be on my phone talking to you, like phone as in, through Teams app, I'll be talking to you. So there, if one really wants to kind of make something work, I'm sure there are ways of getting it to work. So, and yes, we do understand some of you may be in places where an internet may be a real issue. So which is why we are willing to record lectures, we are willing to do all of it to kind of help you out. But don't take it as I mean, the genuine ones we understand and we are okay in doing that. But there are many others whom we know that in AD they would log in, they would be regular. But when it comes to allied design, they don't think it's important to attend. But we want you to know you're in your third year. And if you have to clear your university jury, you have to clear all the subjects. So all subjects are equally important. Okay, there is nothing called something being more important than something being less important. So that's important. That's the message that we want to convey to you. So yeah, that's it. Jude, over to you. Sorry.
No, I just continuing with what Sanyukta said is that we've actually had cases where I did a jury on the phone, like a normal phone call, where she had sent her work by email, and then we did a phone call. So there's always ways. We understand that yes, internet might be a problem, but like the point is to kind of have this discussion. It's bad enough as it is. This distance does not make our lives easier in terms of interacting. Talking to blank screens does not make it easier. But so therefore, we want some kind of reciprocation on that. And I think that a basic thing is that if your internet is spotty, then send a message, get it across, try and attend, and don't do this hopping in and hopping out of class. Stay on the class, listen. It's as much as it's actually like when you guys look back at your architecture at 5 years, and you realize that 2 years out of 5 are online, and those shouldn't be years of regret for you. So because there's so much that would have happened in college which you guys are not able to I mean, for circumstances out of anyone's control. So you guys really have to kind of focus on the online classes, and that's it. Sandeep, actually, I had a question about the Pecha Kucha. That when do you think they'd be given their topics and the schedule for that? Like, just to make it clear to them.
Yeah, by Saturday evening.
Okay.
This Saturday. Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe we can even tighten it, and maybe by Friday night also we can provide it to them. But
Sure.
yeah, I thought maybe we all faculty members can also take a look at it and then kind of.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
They'll have time. They'll have enough time.
Yeah.
Sorry, but just to confirm, we'll be presenting Pecha Kucha work every week, right? Or how is the presentation going to work? Okay, my Wi-Fi just went out. I don't know if I can be heard.
No, I think
Sandeep.
it's Sandeep's connection.
Okay.
So, Shravan, it would be you'll be given your topics, then there will
No,
be a.
we'll have.
Okay, I think he's responding.
No, just go ahead, Shruti. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sandeep, I think as far as I believe, we will have a couple of rounds of discussion, and then 4 groups will present in a day, and then we'll have a discussion post their presentations.
Yeah,
Does that answer your question, Shravan?
Yeah, I'm just checking the schedule because we had changed it twice. So just give me a second now.
Okay. So once you have your topics, you'll have to do a bit of research on that and come for a discussion on Thursday. And then as per the schedule, whenever your presentation is, you'll have to present on that day as a group, and then we'll have a discussion after your presentations.
Yeah.
Yes, Sandeep, how about the schedule?
Yeah, I'll just tell you the dates. I'm just checking the submission tracker. We are in semester 5, right? Yeah. So it's the first set will go live on 12th of August, and the next set of presentations will go live on 19th of August.
So we'll have that class on 5th for a discussion.
Yeah.
So once you guys receive your topics by Friday evening or Saturday, through the week, just come up with a little research that you do on the topic and your methodology, that how you're present, how you're making your presentation and the sequence, so that we can have a discussion on 5th.
Yeah. So on 5th, you'll submit your second assignment, which is the one that we're working on right now, and then you'll have a quick discussion with your mentors, like on this, and then we'll have two classes which are dedicated for Pechakucha and other faculty lectures, and the next project that we are going to do, which is going to be an integration with your architectural design studio project. So, and then that'll be the final project for the semester. Okay, so are you guys clear about it? Do you have any questions, students, or can we move to our individual channels for discussion?
I just have a question. Will we be getting crits on the assignments which we have submitted? Will we be getting crits on the assignments which we have submitted, like the panel last week and the panel which we will be submitting? Can we either we can get written crits or anything? Because
Yeah.
we
Okay. Yeah. Sure. So what we were trying to do was that, when you submit the second part of that submission next class, what we were trying to do was to kind of read them together. Okay. And as is a usual practice, when we check a submission, we do give comments and we return them. So, I mean, that's essentially going to be your midterm marking, including the Pechakuchas as well. But if you feel that, you want to kind of improve based on those crits, you can take a week more. And I think when we return it on 5th of the submission, then give us a week to kind of check it and give it back to you. So by 12th, if you get it, and if you want to resubmit it by the 19th, inform us and then resubmit it, or inform us through the CRs. Maybe there's a common list wherein these students may resubmit. There may be some students who haven't submitted yet. I could see 3 on the channel. So if they want to submit in, they'll definitely attract a negative mark, but then at least we are okay in seeing their work and doing it. But if somebody had a genuine reason and could not work on it, it's fine. They have submitted their medical certificates or their reasons to the year coordinators. We are aware of it. Then it'll attract no penalty. We will just kind of take that submission. So by the 19th, we'll be kind of wrapping up that submission. Is that okay? Clear the
yeah,
process?
thank you. Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure if anything can be done about it, but I think a lot of people mention the fact that the faculty to student ratio is quite different in terms of how much like it takes. I mean, there is a lot of time taken for crits, and I do understand you're also trying your best to give us crits and give everyone equal attention, but it's a bit large, and I feel like some people are feeling like it's a bit too short on the crit time.
No, they are absolutely okay in thinking so and expressing it, because we are just 6 people and you are 80, and because we are seeing work in groups of 2, so we end up seeing 26 students in that limited time that we have. But that's only for the first 2 submissions. After that, we are going to kind of do something very similar that AD Studio does. But still, AD Studio has 8 faculty members, but Allied Design Studios only have 6 faculty members. So we'll have to kind of live with it, which is why we'll have to be kind of, like very efficient about the amount of time that we spend. And then we are trying our best to kind of do that, and not to exclude anyone. So it's okay. I mean, it's an inherent structural trouble, which, um, we're working around. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for expressing that. Sure. Any other questions, or can we then start in our individual channels? Any other questions, apprehensions, suggestions, possibilities? Okay, I'll just download the attendance once again for the benefit of those who probably would have logged in a bit late. Okay, so in that case, I think you guys should log into your individual channels. Try and discuss without fail with your mentors, okay? Because we are there for you. Otherwise, this whole process will be like how Jude said, it'll just be a regret at the end of the whole year. Okay, sure. Bye. Thank you so much, faculty and students. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.